The idea of this program grew from my involvement with the Kaneko. I think that my involvement with it is very much about sort of helping develop community.
For some of them, they joined this as a new experience to really kind of look at where did they come from. They know that they're of Native American descent, but they don't necessarily understand what that means or a lot about their personal tribal histories.
The most interesting thing about this project, Modern Traditions Seeing with New Eyes, is that the Kanekos actually, because of the core, the concept is about coming up with injecting creativity in every field. What changes a life? What changes the participants' lives? What changes the teachers' lives?
This partnership has been amazing. It has allowed our kids to really kind of redefine themselves, to see themselves as not just a minority in a large community, but actually to have a strong voice, one that people want to learn more about and one that they can feel comfortable sharing. It's been fun to watch the kids just grow. For the last 2.5 weeks, they've had opportunities that most adults have never experienced and have really been able to understand the full scope of what we wanted from them. We wanted them to learn to portray themselves in new ways and to hold strong to the rich heritage which they have and to be able to share that with the community. And it's been wonderful to see them do that through glass, through textile, and through music.
This is what I propose, and I need your help. This is really important. Each of you will be given a piece of plywood. What I want to do is each of you do a painting which you can work on for the next week as you do other things. In other words, you don't have to finish it. And then what we're going to do is put them all together and form a mural. See, the point of this is to create something new, to go to a place where we're not comfortable with and see where we come from it.
This time around, this second year, there's definitely a lot more that we've learned about like how to take the program, like how to make things more specific, I think, and focusing in on like the themes of identity, even themes of environment, all the things that are happening in our world today that the kids are going to be involved in some form or another, whether it's visual arts, they're going to have a job someday.
So he started printing things that were used in everyday life, like tomato soup, because he ate tomato soup every day. So in the other prints, he noticed that they were doing, in other designs, they were drawing like buffalo and things that were important to their daily life. So now it's changed, but it's still focusing on things that are important in our everyday life to us.
We look a lot at, you know, what the meaning that comes out of making things with your hands, and the material aspect of it and the technical aspect of it is only important to a certain level, but it's really like learning about what that does to you as you work with these objects, and you really learn what they mean and why you're using them. You know, it's not like, you know, video games or television or working with technology necessarily. That's good to incorporate, but it's really good for them to actually understand, you know, where these materials come from and learn like how people have utilized these materials in the past and understand like what makes them really important.
I'm curious about everybody's tribe. How many different tribes are here? What tribe are you? Navajo?
Omaha Nation.
Omaha?
Miami.
Miami?
Omaha.
Omaha? Okay.
Cherokee. How do you say it?
Miigwech.
Miigwech?
Or, yeah, I think that means thank you or something. I forget. My grandma was teaching me Ojibwe, and then I forgot all of it because it's been like 3 years.
Yeah, you gotta like, in order to remember Lakota words that I learned, I like write poems, like write a poem or a song out in English, so I like translate it into Lakota so I can remember it. And then I can sing it, and so it's much easier to remember.
What are you?
For me, more than any of the other staff, this really resonated with me because I was one of these children who didn't know anything about their culture, and I did not have this thing. I did not have something like this to teach me. Like, I had to figure it out on my own and had to be confused and sad. Like, why didn't anybody teach me my culture? Why am I 19 years old and completely confused? So it was challenging to try and explain to the older kids why it's important to learn where they come from so they can build their identity.
You know, I've approached this workshop on a day-by-day basis, and I've really approached it from the point of view of building bridges. It's been an incredible learning journey for me.
Everything we do as artists, everything that happens at Kaneko and the Bemis, it's all idea-driven, and that's what was so cool about watching this project. You know, Thurman had this idea about new visions. Didn't tell the kids about it, didn't make them read about it. He made them do it, and it's that experience of going from idea and then looking at that idea and getting it down on paper and then playing with it in glass and playing with it in paint and playing with it in fabric.
And we're grateful for being able to access their facility, because in the end, we're both committed to figuring out real solutions to make the lives of these children better.
Why'd you choose a heart?
I just wanted to do it because I care a lot about my family and I love them.
That's what's missing in cultures today, because tradition is not the element that people want to pick up anymore, but the tradition is still alive in here, and without it, you wouldn't have a history. I'd rather see it pick up to a point where my people can actually get involved in something that will give them that ability to sustain themselves. And art is one of the greatest tools.
You've changed the world for the kids who've been here. The opportunities that have been just in the last 2 years have opened the world to a number of kids who wouldn't have ever experienced anything like this. And I think the great part is that it's touched their parents, and their parents really see the need to support and sustain these things as well. And in fact, the parents are, asking, can I come and do? Can I come and try? And the partnership that the Kaneko offers, I just can't even see how anybody could match that.
The cool thing about it is you don't get to that end product in art without foundations in mathematics and science and history and being able to communicate your story.
What's the word? What's the word, Paige?
Superb.
Superb. Excellent. Rocking out. Come on, let's come up with a word. It's very refreshing.
Grossum.
Grossum.
Yeah,
Okay, it's grossum.
it's a combination of
You know, here,
awesome
take
and
this off
great.
if you
Yeah.
can.
Did you have fun making medicine bags today?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What was the best part?
I'm half man, half tiger. I
Let
like
me see your tigerness.
No erasing. Don't look at him. Don't look at it. Are you all done?
I don't know. I'm super stuck. What? Hi.
That's cute.
Like, how does anybody figure out anything, huh? They have to think, like, how do they invent stuff?
They have to think about it.
Yeah, and then they have to go to a place they've never been before. They come up with a new idea, no?